yet. Now we have. Now we've started the recording. So, hi everybody. I missed seeing everyone. I've been gone a week. It seems like I've been gone a month. Is it really just a week that I missed? Seems longer if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, here, let me get the chat up too, because I always love looking at the chat. I put the wrong thing up. Hold on, everybody. Technical difficulties. Feels like I haven't done this in a while. Um, so couple things that I'll talk about real quick, because I'm um tonight, and if you're in San Diego, I know it's last minute, but we're hosting Sam Quinones tonight. And he is going to talk about the perfect tuba. And Sam actually wrote a couple of really great books about he wrote the Dreamland, a true tale of America's opioid epidemic, The Least of Us, the fentanyl crisis. So he's tackled some really tough, difficult subjects. And then he wrote this book about the tuba, which is not just about a tuba. But anyways, we've got him coming tonight with somebody from the symphony who's going to be talking to him. We've got a high school student who's going to come with her tuba
Wow.
and perhaps play. So we're so excited to have Sam in the store tonight. And I think that this is one of those books that's like that feel good book. I'll report back next week, but I think it's going to be one of those really good, if you don't know what to buy somebody, kind of gift book, is I think what this one's going to be. So Sam Quinones will be here tonight. So we're excited about that because and the reason I'm here doing this from the store, and this, like, I was looking at my background and it's like, okay, an electrical box, a fire extinguisher. Could I be any more like, am I in a crisis situation here? I feel like I'm in a bunker. I'm Dan Aykroyd in the bunker. Um, anyways, C-SPAN's coming tonight to be with us with it. So exciting stuff. I love it when we get on C-SPAN with our authors, that our authors get on there. So that's really exciting. Spent the week with the grandchildren were here. Um, safetied my house, so basically I had to put everything into a different room in my entire house. So haven't quite started to Christmas decorating yet, and have had no reading time yet. But this is one that's on my reading list to get to. It's not coming out till March. It's a Pam Dorman book called The Shock of the Light. So this one's on my list to get to. Need to get to that one. So I think you all have been having some good tea times. So Andrea's birthday month, we're still celebrating. I don't think it's her birthday until next week, but we are still celebrating birthday week, birthday month. Glad she's here with us and not out celebrating somewhere else. She could celebrate with us. So Andrea, I think we've got the share screen on. So Andrea, yep, it's on. So you are on, lady.
Excellent. Thank you. So good to see everybody. I'm sorry I missed last week. Um, my first book that I want to talk about is Winter Stories from Ingvild Risjø, who is a Norwegian author of note that wrote Brightly Shining, that was a hit last year. A lot of people really love that. Warwick's has a lot of fans. Uh, Sold very well, and sold across the entire indie landscape, which is nice. And that was a novel. This is a collection of three longer stories, novellas, if you will. And it was named as an Indie Next pick for this month, so that's really nice. And she's got like impressive international uh, stature, a national seller here, bestseller here. So Grove is really trying to like develop her as a house author. Um, I'm gonna read, like, there is a great starred review from Booklist, one of the like industry rags that they do a lot of great great reviews to bring books to the attention of booksellers. And this was a starred review, and it's just such a great little blurb, and it just explains it perfectly. Can a lifetime of struggle be distilled into a single moment? Oslo-based Risjø, author of the best-selling novel Brightly Shining, shows it's possible in her riveting latest, three stories examining the multitudes contained within just a few short hours. With sympathetic characters, expert pacing, and palpable tension, Rishoy builds each tale towards a gripping conclusion. Winter Stories explores how seemingly everyday interactions can carry extraordinary consequences. The past meets the present as promises, regrets, and betrayals intertwine. Relationships that are over but not forgotten surface for characters tracing the choices that led to their current crucible moments, all while Rishoy finds light and darkness in a Norwegian winter. So that really encapsulates it very well, I thought. And for fans of Brightly Shining, it's in the same wheelhouse, and uh, but this also, I think, folks who haven't read that should come to this and enjoy it. And just impeccable translation here. So happy to see that, and a nice little literary book to pick up for the holidays.
Love it. And I love I love a good translation.
Yes, and look at that cover. It's going to be
Yeah, the
beautiful.
cover was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This publishes today, but there was no hard and fast street date, and
Okay.
books are already selling at Warwick's, and I think when I was checking, there's more on order too, so that's a good sign. Already straight out the gate, it's doing well.
Yep. Awesome. Now, not on this book, but on a different subject, one of my favorite books, Mona's Eyes. I saw he was on the New York. Is that the first time he hit the New York Times list this week?
Yes, yes, yes. So that's very exciting.
Super exciting news.
Yeah, he's great. I had the opportunity to help him tour around Southern California, and we had a great time. Of course, I live in the High Sierra, and I have a truck, right? And he gets in the vehicle and he goes, "This car is larger than my apartment in Paris."
I love him. But I
So
was so happy to see Mona's Eyes on the New York Times list because it's
yeah,
just that just means it's like because it released. My goodness, did it release
it was in the end
like
of August.
yeah, the end of August. And so to just
Yeah.
hit means that's a testament to the book gaining traction that it's hitting the list now.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's just so
so
nice to see, and it couldn't
yep,
happen to a nicer guy. We
yeah.
basically laughed the whole time we were together.
Oh
So
yeah, he's amazing.
yeah, it was lovely.
Amazing. Really happy for him on that. Okay, Julia, what do you have for us?
Okay, well, my first one is a delight of a book.
I love
It
your delights.
it comes out tomorrow, and by delight, I mean it is full of salacious, juicy, amazing fun. So I I love a novel about what I like to call gay mess, aka gay people being extremely messy. And that's this book, The Book of Luke, is my gay mess novel of the season. And it is about a young man who he goes on a reality show that's sort of survivor-ish, um, and um, and we're sort of with him 10 years after he has won this reality show. He is married to the first like out gay senator, and that senator cheats on him, and they're getting divorced. And so what does any smart person do when they're licking their wounds, and getting back on their feet after a divorce? They go back on the reality show that made them famous in the first place. And so this is just honestly like it's a satire of reality television. As you can see, it was an Indie Next pick, and got a starred review from Library Journal. It is absolute fun. To me, like, I'm not a huge reality TV show watcher. I'll get into like specific reality TV shows. But if you have any opinions on reality TV at all, good, bad, or ugly, this book satirizes all of it, and is just like so much fun to read. And I know right now, that's kind of a nice escape, is a book that's very fun to read. So The Book of Luke is coming out tomorrow, and I highly recommend it. It is it's like I hesitate to say it's not like candy, like it's got something to say, there's substance to it, but
Right.
the way it reads is like very fun.
So in other words, it's a snort out loud kind of book.
Yes, yes, you will laugh out loud. You will, there's a time or two you might be a little bit touched. I mean,
Oh, I
it
like
is
it.
like, it's got a message.
All right.
But it is it's a real favorite, and I've had quite a few booksellers text me and tell me I just read this galley and I love it. The King's English bookstore in Salt Lake City is like featuring it. They like keep passing
Oh.
it around to all their staff, and like everyone is excited about it. So yeah, it's been sort of this like sleeper favorite amongst some of my booksellers, and people have been really liking it. So
I love it. Okay. Have to look for
yeah.
that one. I'll have to look for that one. I just want to tell everybody. Oh, go, Andrea. Okay.
Um, I'm sorry.
Nope, that's okay. You go. I'll do everything at the end.
Okay, I didn't mean to do that.
No,
It
you're
just
all good.
happened. Okay.
It's all good.
Okay, the next book I want to talk about is a very special book from Canongate Books, one of our UK and Scottish publishers. And it's The Secret Painter by Joe Tucker. And this is a book about Joe's eccentric um, uncle who lived with his mother for 80 years. Um, and like everybody thought, and he was a funny guy, and he would go to like men's social clubs and do stand up and that sort of thing. But everybody thought that he really lived just to go to the bookie and bet. But during this whole period, he was painting, and he amassed nearly 500 paintings, which is amazing. And they're quite good. And so here, let me see if I can show you some of them. So at the end of his life, um, he wanted to like have an exhibition. Here he is with his family, to show his work. And so then his family started to help him do it. And I mean, look at these. These are like really, like museum quality, okay?
For
Um,
sure.
yeah. So they started asking questions like, why is this guy who's super social and, can interact with people, doesn't seem to have any, you know, like issues? Why did he live with his mother for 80 years? Um, and why hasn't he been pursuing this career, or painting as a career this whole time? And so, like, his nephew does a great job of painting the portrait of his. I'm sorry, I did not really mean to do that. But he does paint a portrait of his uncle and his life, while also like interrogating why families sometimes don't ever parse the secrets of people in their lives, the closest people in their lives. So it's such a beautiful story. It's beautifully told, and it's just a gorgeous homage to you know, Eric Tucker is his name, the secret painter. And it's also funny. So it's got a lot going for it. And if you're interested in painting at all, or know somebody who's a painter, or just, want to read an interesting book about family secrets and the exploration thereof, this is a great one, The Secret Painter.
Are those
Oh, sorry.
that's okay. Are those paintings in the
Yes.
book? Oh, they are?
Yeah, there's an insert, like an 8-page insert, I think. And it's got pictures and
Awesome.
yeah.
Does the family have the paintings?
Some, yes, and now he's starting to be collected, because
Super
of
interesting.
this, because of his family, discovering how many he had squirreled away and trying to help him. So
Super interesting. Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna just before you go, Julia, real quick. Alejandro, you had a question here about one of the books. This is where I'm gonna plug signing up for our newsletter. because if you go to our website and sign up for our newsletter, every Tuesday after tea time, we send an email out that lists all of the books that everybody has talked about, and even some that you all have talked about. So it's a great way to get, what's happening at Warwick's. We don't send a ton of emails out. We send a Sunday email out about what's happening for events. And then on Tuesday we send a after tea time with all the tea time books. So you get all the links that way too. And then we'll occasionally send a monthly with the events, and occasionally we'll send some other ones. So anyway, join our emails. Amanda put the link in the comment section. So that's a good way to get the list of these books too if you don't get to write them down too quick enough. So anyways, there's my PSA. So Julia, what you got?
I love it. My next book is kind of a fun one for now that we're like really in Christmas season. My girlfriend and I have been arguing about when it actually starts. I believe it starts the day after Thanksgiving, but I'm somewhat alone in that thinking, I've been told.
I'm there with you.
I worked in a corporate restaurant for a long time, and the Christmas Eve music started the day after Thanksgiving, and I was like, not a day sooner. Please don't make me listen to it a day sooner. So this is Evergreen by Trent Presler. It, like I said, like before, we got Publishers Weekly Starred Review. It was a pick and shelf awareness. This is a really fun book about not just evergreen trees, but like why we chop down evergreen trees and put them in our living rooms every year. And it's like, I think it's like such a great book for like, if you're a nature lover, if you're whether or not you celebrate Christmas, it's kind of an interesting, in a way, a history and also like a natural history of why we do this, of like sort of what it means to people, but also like environmentally what it means. It's a delight of a book. It's one that whether you are someone who needs to be sort of dragged kicking and screaming into the Christmas spirit, or just has to suppress it all year until you can finally let it out. This is like the kind of book that I think you'll like. It's really a fun, I feel like I call everything a delight, but it is really a delight. It's delightful to read.
Delightful books. We need delightful books right now.
Exactly. So yeah, this is Evergreen, the Trees That Shaped America. And it's, I think if you are, I don't know, if you've ever thought about like, why do we do this?
It is kind of an interesting thing to think about, because it's like we all just take it for granted.
You just like chop down a tree and put it in your living room, and then like there it is. And it's like, why do we do this? And why do we do it with this tree specifically? And like, so it answers all those questions and sort of takes you on a nice ride. So yeah.
I love it. That's a really good stocking stuffer kind of book.
Yeah.
Like even on Christmas Day, you know what
totally.
I mean? Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Totally. Why are we doing this today? I love it.
It's a good thing that you didn't call it magisterial, Julia, because
I didn't. You own magisterial, and I'll take delight.
Amanda would be on your case forever if you did.
Yeah. You own magisterial, and Julia can own delightful. We're okay with that. I love it. I also wanted to mention a couple people are commenting, and it's for whatever reason on your Zoom, it's only coming to the hosts and panelists. So if you want everybody to see your comments, you just have to go into the little setting that's on your the three dots, I think, that are on your on the comment section, to change that so everyone can see your comments. Because I like some of your comments, but we're just saying them. Okay. Oh, there goes Delightful has its own font now too. Love Amanda. Okay,
I feel
Andrea.
blessed. I feel really blessed.
You're blessed. You have your word and font type now.
I know.
I love it.
Okay. Another gifty title to talk about here. This is The Art of Tennis, and this is from David R. Godine, a literary press out of the Boston area. And beyond their literary text-oriented books, they do art and sports books as well. So this falls into that category perfectly, in that this is a celebration of the game, but it's also it talks about its cultural influences and through paintings, illustrations, ballets that were made about the game, music, fiction. And this is just lavishly illustrated, as you can see here. It's like throughout the book, there's illustrations, but then there's a 16-page color spread as well. So for anybody who loves the game, this is a great gift. Okay. I mean, whoops, sorry. Some of these illustrations went away. I don't know what's going on. But look at this. I mean, I've got like 38 illustrations in our sewing
Wow.
pool here in Edelweiss. Yeah, and it's just really wonderful. And $40. I think this is an easy gift to pick up even at that price point for lovers of the game. And I don't know, I just love that it really combines the athleticism of the game, but also the aesthetics, right? And like a celebration of art and how it's influenced artists over the years. So The Art of Tennis, and very excited about that one. Looks good.
I'm muted. Sorry. Um, he- uh, David does a great job of procuring just wonderful books. So
Yeah,
this is
I
a
know.
different.
Yeah, it's just that's such a great little press to have in our bag, as we reps like to say. Uh,
Yep.
it is a delight,
It
as she
is.
would
Is
say.
it delightful though?
It's
That's it.
delightful, and especially because of the many magisterial books that they publish.
Oh, there we go. We got it in. We got it in.
Yes.
Love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, Julia.
Okay, so my next one is, dare I say it, a delight. This is a children's book, because I always try to bring one for Julie. And this is a
Yes.
well-known and loved character. This is the
Oh, yes.
board book. And 'tis the season. So it's the first board book in the Night Owl series. This is Night Owl's Little Christmas. Their Night Owl is with Early Bird. So if you're unfamiliar with the Night Owl lore, there was a original book, Night Owl, about this owl who wanted to be a knight. It was very sweet. It sold extremely well. And then there's a follow-up where Early Bird wants to be a daytime knight, the morning knight. And this one is just a sweet story of Night Owl and Early Bird, counting down the days until Christmas and celebrating Christmas together. They do all the things like decorate cookies and bring them to people and sing carols and decorate their tree. And it is just a sweet board book. So if you have a kid that you read to, or that loves to put a board book in their mouth, and this is the one you want them to do it to. This is just it's a sweet story, and two beloved characters on that.
Love Night Owl. It's the
Yeah.
best. The illustrations are so great in that book.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you. I know I love my kids' books. In fact, the kids department, let's see if I can move my thing. Kids department's right out that door. I'll be going right out there to find it after.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have four? Was that four, or we got one more from you, each of you? One more?
Yeah, I got one more.
Okay. Andrea, you're up.
All right. Last but not least,
Oh,
I want to
love
talk
this
about
book.
I want to talk about Canticle, Janet Rich Edwards. This is another Indie Next pick for December, and right now it's already sold out. It published today. It's already sold out at Warwick's, but never fear, there's more on the way. And this is one that you want to call up and reserve a copy for, do a special order for, because it's something else. It's set in 13th century Bruges, where a young woman begins to explore faith, mysticism, and her own agency, and as well as love and romance in the community of Beguines, which, if you don't know who the Beguines were, they were a semi-cloistered group of women who were fiercely independent, um, would interact with men, but also like were economically independent, and were great businesswomen, and also were fiercely religious as well. So so our main character falls in with the Beguines, and so goes a really riveting tale. It's a thick one too. I mean, how many pages? Let me see. 368 pages. Look at that cover. And the thing that I really like about this book is the layered characters. Like, it's just amazing. Like, and I can see that you're nodding, Julie. And if you're a fan, I mean, she's being compared to Sue Monk Kidd and Hilary Mantel in terms of just like the layered storytelling and the great portraits of her characters. She is an esteemed doctor and now a debut novelist, and I can't wait to see what else she writes. She's amazing. And this comes from Spiegel and Grau, one of our big literary houses. And if you want to go, Julie, I can tell you want to talk about.
Oh, it's so good. You've described it uh, better than I ever could. But what I love about it is she captures the time period in a way that is believable without miring you into the language of the time. But she also doesn't put her characters are not doing anything that would be out of the ordinary of the time period. Because
Yeah,
that's what pulls me out of some of the historical fiction when especially they have, these strong female that's like, okay, that probably would not have happened in the 1300s. So that's what I love. The historical context is so good.
yeah,
Um, and it's just that, like you said, it's just this rich, if you want the good, juicy historical that's set in that time period,
yeah.
this is it. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you like it, and I'm glad that there's more on the way for the soon-to-be fans of this novel. So,
Yep. Yep. Thank you. Okay, Julia, you want to wrap it up for us?
Yeah, so my last one, a number of years ago, this book came out called Schott's Original Miscellany by Ben Schott. It was a huge bestseller. And he's done a couple of books since then, and Ben Schott's whole thing is um, like trivia, but like kind of complex trivia, trivia you don't really know. So, and it's like hard to look up. You might not Google this. So this is Schott Significa, a miscellany of secret languages. And what Ben Schott has done here is he's gone through to like different groups of people. So he might go through to the gondoliers of Venice, and he like got to know them, and he learned their sort of language. And I don't mean Italian, I mean the way that they communicate with each other, the words they use. There's like a great hunting, so um like fox hunting in Britain, the crypto languages of like crypto bros, and like the terminology that they use. He talks about like this like racing talk, tic tac and racing talk. So he goes through and he shows you all and talks about all of these different sort of languages amongst different groupings of people. These are like jewelers, so like how they talk about diamonds or how they talk about jewels. And so it's like it's in a way like a book for your trivia, like your friend who loves to like just know random sometimes useless trivia, but it's also a fascinating book about how we use language, and how like you hear us on this Zoom call talking about galleys and talking about pub dates and talking about things like that, right? Like we have our own language that we use, the Indie Next list, things like that. And every single sort of grouping of humans has their specific languages that they talk with. And so Shot went into a bunch of these different sort of groups. And, what he said was like, sure, you could interview someone and they might tell you a couple of things, but like, in order to really understand, you have to like go be with them and earn their trust. And so they'll tell you like all the, the like little secrets of the language that they use and how they use it. And so Shot Significa is that collection of these secret languages that different groups use. And so it's a really fun book. I think a great gift. And one that I don't know, for that person who feels like their own Google machine. This is like
really, yeah, a really great gift. Or if they're trying to get on Jeopardy.
Yeah, or that. Yes, exactly.
That is so cool. I'm glad that he decided to branch off even like more like I mean, this is an interesting branch to do this,
Yeah, super interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting. So like you said, perfect gift book or hostess gift kind of thing. Or if you have that party to go to where you've got to bring like a book that you don't know what people are into,
Yeah.
I
Totally.
love that. Yeah, like a gift exchange thing. That's a perfect gift exchange book. I love it.
Yeah.
I was cracking up about the Jeopardy thing though. I always crack up when they say that they study for Jeopardy. It's like, how do you study for Jeopardy? I don't understand that. It's like the topics are so, you don't know what topics you're going to get. It's so vast and wide. I never understood that. They say that, but
Yeah.
that's just me. How in the world would you study? Okay. The only thing that I wanted to say real quick was, we at the store loved this book and it is finally out in paperback tomorrow. Isola, the Allegra Goodman book about, it's based on the true story, 16th century heroine, who gets banished to an island with her and her lover husband and her nurse, or like the lady that takes care of her. I can't think of it. I can't find words right now. I'm having trouble with words. Anyways, another great historical fiction. Allegra Goodman tells a great story. It's paperback book club. So if you've been waiting for it, here it is in paperback. So there you go. Boy, we had a great weekend after Thanksgiving. People are already starting to do lots of early shopping. So we're going to keep coming at you with some good recommendations. Get those lists going. We got some shopping to do. Got some gifts to buy. And some good reading just for ourselves too. So Canticle being the one. Definitely pick that one up too. And I can't wait for this is the book of Luke. I have to go find that outside.
Yeah.
2 things I have to find. All right, everybody. As Amanda said, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter. And oh yeah. So Lori read how many bad things can happen to one person. I kind of agree with that statement about it, but if you're living alone on an island like that, I think that's kind of what's going to happen. And she had a really bad uncle. Bad. But that was the times. They took everything from women. So anyways, have a great week of reading, and have a great time shopping for gifts, for books for gifts. So with that, I think
Thanks, everyone.
we'll say goodbye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.